the idea is, what are you doing good for the country? You know, if you're doing something good for the country, I'm looking at it this way. He wasn't supposed to be there. Nobody wanted him in. And that alone right there, to me, was like a big plus. You know, I figured, what have all the politicians done for us all these years? But, you know, lie to us. So I figured, well, yeah, as long as he keeps on looking like some things he's done I don't like.
Do you think Trump's lying to us?
I think he means well. I'm looking at it this way. He didn't need to be there. He was a billionaire. He didn't need to be there. Why is he doing this? Obviously, because if you go back and look at the things he said it over the years, people kept on saying, well, why don't you run? Why don't you? He says, I'm a businessman. I like what I'm doing. I'm building things. I'm having a great time. But I'm pointing out what's wrong, hopefully that these politicians will fix it. But if they don't fix it, then I might run. Well, it got to the point, he finally said, I can't have Hillary in. So he ran. So if anything, he's doing it, from what I can see, he's lost money because of doing this. I mean, he's not gaining anything out of it. I mean, why would a guy that was basically, you know, for the most part, revered and everywhere.
You don't think his new tax plan is going to make him money?
How is he going to make money? It's hurt himself. Most of his property he owns in New York, their property taxes are skyrocketing. So he won't be able to write that off. This tax plan is going to have him, but he's going to pay more taxes. It ain't helping him at all. But he figured it this way, if I can put more money back into the people's hands and actually spend it, it's going to help my businesses out. People will go to my casinos and, you know, they'll go to my hotels. Right now, they ain't got the money to do that because the government's taxing them to death. Right. So the idea is to stimulate the economy by putting the money in the hands of the people. I mean, he doubled the tax exemptions for working people. So, you know, you make it $24,000 a year, you don't pay a dime in taxes. You have to file. Well, you know, he was pushing for $65,000. That's what he initially pushed for. Anybody who's making $65,000 below wouldn't pay any taxes. That would have put a ton of money back into the circulation. Because, I mean, the government doesn't spend it properly for us. I mean, I'm Uncle Sam. You want to know about wasting money? Let me tell you. I waste money. So, you know, the government doesn't spend our money better than we can. So putting that money in our hands to stimulate the economy brings everything up. So that's why you're looking at record stock market things. Look at all these companies now that are giving out $1,000 bonuses and raising wages because now they can do it. Their money isn't going to the government to waste it. So now they can give it to the people.
I agree. I like having more money.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way Trump's doing it.
How? What?
His attitude toward different races.
Well, let me ask you, was his attitude towards different races any different when he got the Jesse Jackson Award for hiring the most diverse?
Right, no, not at all.
Okay, was he disparaging minorities when he sued Palm Springs to allow blacks and Jews into the community and won? Was he being disparaging against minorities then?
But now is when it matters.
What's he doing now that matters? How is he discriminating against anybody?
The thing with the wall, his entire campaign was run on racism.
Let me ask you, how's keeping a secure border racist?
We don't have a wall in Canada.
Wait. Can I just walk across the border in Canada and go, take care of me?
Pardon?
Can I walk across the border in Canada and go, I'm here, take care of me?
To Canada?
If I can walk across...
Walk across either way.
But can I ask you to take care of me? Wait, let me. Do you have doors on your house?
I have doors in my house.
Why?
I don't know. Same reason, I guess.
To keep undesirable people out. You just don't want anybody walking in your house, right?
Right.
Right now we got a border. Anybody can just walk into our house. We need to control who's coming in. You can't just allow anybody to walk into your house. So you got to have...
Walk in, they're not registered in the United States, so we don't help them at all unless they're getting their own job doing it.
The hell with that? You're telling me that's bullshit. I talked to enough teachers out here that are struggling because they can't ask where the kids are from. So they've got several different languages now. We're struggling with taking care of these people that we've got plenty of homeless too that are going to school that taxpayers are paying for. They're not citizens. We have to pay for that education. We have to pay for their medical. They're coming over here, they're sick, they go to our hospitals, we pay for that. They go to our schools, we pay for that. So, you know, it's coming out of our pockets.
Sure.
So I can't go to Mexico and say, hey, take care of me. They beat the crap out of me and throw me in prison. So how can we, I mean, we've got homeless people right over here, homeless Americans. Until I see every American off the street that wants to be off the street and home, all of these illegals can hit the road. Because if you don't take care of your own house first, who are you to go out and take care of anybody else?
Right, yeah.
How can you do that? And then how do you justify it with the people that are citizens? How do you tell them, I'm taking care of the illegals first? We're going to let the DACA kids come in. We're going to let, come on in. We're going to give you benefits. We're not giving our own people.
But what are they doing for the people that's homeless on the street, though?
Well, right now, the jobless rate is down to the lowest it's been in decades. So if you want a job, you can go out there and find it. But the fact is, we've raised a generation of people that have grown up to be groomed, to be dependent on handouts. But Trump has slashed the food stamps now by 2 million, which is great. That means people got jobs. They don't need it. If you want a job, you can go out there and find it right now. One of the biggest complaints I get out here when I'm talking with businessmen, small businessmen, guys that run their own business, is that they can't find young people to do the jobs. They can't find apprentices. They can't get them. We're all on the internet trying to make, you know, money on the internet, YouTube, or whatever the hell they do on the internet. That's not producing anything. You're not productive. So, yeah, if you want a job, go out, find them. But we've created a generation of people that are dependent. That, oh, I get my check, I can go get a, you know, and get a check from welfare or whatever the hell you know, agency, and once you do that, people don't think about it. I mean, there was sort of a little vignette on the news about a week ago where they were going asking people, you know, that were on the street, that, you know, going to get their government food stamps and checks. Would you rather have a job doing what you're doing now, just taking government handouts? I don't want a job. I don't want a job.
Don't depend on anyone.
So, you know, when you...
I would say that's the exception, not the rule.
Oh, no, not the people I talk to, not to the people in the government I talk to out here, not to the people who run the government services, not to the people in the schools.
You've talked to them all?
I'm on the streets. I mean, here, go to my YouTube channel and check out some of these conversations on the back of this get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
Hey, good talking to you.
Thank you for your work.